A very good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all are keeping well. Student, today I have a video for you on note making from reading section. But first of all, let us see its marking pattern. Students in class 11 note making question is of 8 marks, out of which 5 marks are there for note making and 3 marks are given for summarizing the passage. Students in note making marks distribution is like this. 1 mark is for title, next 1 mark is allotted for correct numbering and indenting, and 1 mark is for key to abbreviation, and for note making there are 2 marks. Students in summary, 2 marks are of content and 1 mark is for expression respectively. Student, now the question arises, what is a note? So student, a note is a brief record of points and ideas which are written down as an aid to memory. Students, next point is how note making helps us. So while making notes, students, we do not simply read the passage or listen to speech, but we consider various points made by the writer or speaker and draw our own inferences about what is being presented. So in this way, students, note making help us in understanding the passage in a better way and organizing our thoughts systematically. Student, now let us know what are the characteristics of good notes. So student, it should be short and compact, and they should all have the important and relevant information contained in the passage, students. And student, the information should be systematically divided and subdivided, and a student, they should be written in points, not full sentences. So they should be put one below the other and they should numbered properly. Now let us see the format of a note making, students. As far as format is concerned, first of all there is title, and students, you must write the title which should state the majority of the passage talks about. Students, we have to see what is the main theme of the passage, and the title, students, should have at least 4 to 5 words, and it should always be underlined, right? So this should be the characteristics of the title, students. Now student, we have to divide the whole passage into 3 or 4 paragraphs, and students, we have to pick up one subheading. We have to pick up, student, one main heading from each paragraph we have divided, students. And students, main heading of every paragraph should be numbered as 1, 2, 3. Now student, what happens, there are some points which we have to keep in mind, like there shouldn't be any verbs or articles or pronouns. Verbs like is, am, are, or was, were shouldn't be there in our note making. Pronouns like he, she, it, they, and articles like a and the must be omitted to make it shorter. And students, see the write minimum 3 main headings followed by 3 subheading, or maximum 4 main headings can be given. Do not write, students, too many subheadings. And we have to write phrases, not complete sentences. That is not, grammatical marks are not cut in note making, students. A student main heading is divided into subheadings. If a main heading is numbered as 1, then subheading can be numbered as 1.1. And if you can further divide it into subheading like 1.1.1 or 1.1.2, like this only, right? Student, now let us see the difference between main heading and subheading. Students, main heading reflects the main theme of the passage, whereas subheadings point out how it has been developed. Now, student, we if passage is there before us of note making, first of all we have to read the passage provided, and then students we have to underline the important sentences. It helps us to make headings and subheadings. Then students, we have to make a rough note first so as to get an idea, and then we have to organize all these words and sentences in logical orders only. Then student, key to abbreviation is there. When we are writing a key to abbreviation, we have to make a box, students. And students, while making notes using abbreviation and symbol help in saving time, students, and space. So there are different ways to abbreviate long or complicated words, like using the initials of two or more words. Like for example, United States is there, so we can write down UN, etc. We can use the first few letters of the words, like if the word construction is there, so we can write down like this, CONST also. And student, we can remove the vowels also from the words, like reading if there, for example, the word reading is there. So how can reading can be written? How can reading, the word reading be written? READING is the spelling of the word, and it can be written like RDNG. For instance, the word is books, BOOKS, so it can be written like BKS. Students, uh, a minimum of 4 abbreviations should be used. And then, as far as writing summary is concerned, student, first of all, summary should be in the 1/10 of the total passage word limit. 1/10. For instance, if the total word limit of passage is 800 words, so the summary should be in 80 words only. And there are some other points which we have to keep in mind, like summary should summary should be made out of notes and not the passage, right? Means we have to make summary of important main heading and subheadings only. And student, we don't have to divide summary in different paragraphs, and we don't have to use abbreviation while writing summary, students. We have to write complete grammatically correct sentences in summary, students. So this is how note making can be written, students. For instance, this one example is there before us, and here this red letter words are important points, And on these important points only, student, further later you can see this main heading and subheadings have been made. The topic of this passage is self-medication, and main heading is also self-medication, and students, A, B, C, D are subheadings. In the same manner, students, technological advancement in medicine is the second main heading, wherein this advancement word has been written in abbreviation like ADVM, NT, right? And then the, it is followed by three subheadings. Third main heading is clever advertising by formal companies, and then three subheadings like this. In the same manner, fourth main heading, and here one, two, three, four, five subheadings are there. And here you can see, student, key to abbreviation, a box is there, and seven abbreviations have been used. And lastly, summary of the passage is there, which is very compact, very brief, right? It seems to be into the 1/10 of the total passage word limit. So hope you have understood it. Thank you, class.